Writing an equation in slope-intercept form given the slope and a point. In this problem, you're going to be given a point and you're going to be given a slope, and you're going to be asked to write your equation of that line in slope-intercept form. There are two general methods to doing this. I'm going to go over both of them. The first method is using slope-intercept form as a guideline. So, let me grab a pen. Method 1, use slope-intercept form to begin with. So slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. Where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. In this problem, we were told what the slope is. They said the slope is -3/4, so m is -3/4. They did not tell us what the y-intercept is, but they did give us a point. And remember, points are x, y. So they gave us an x value of -8 and a y value of -6. We can take all of these values and plug them into our y equals mx plus b formula. So instead of y, I'm replacing y with -6 because they gave me the y value -6. M is -3/4. The x value I was given is -8. So instead of writing an x, I'm going to write a -8. So I'm simply replacing the x with a -8. I don't have a b value. I'm going to leave b alone. This is going to allow me to solve for the value b. So simplifying a bit, -3/4 times -8 can be done in your calculator. It's going to give you +6. To get b by itself, you want to subtract 6 on both sides. -6 minus 6 is -12, so b is equal to -12. At this point in time, we have our m value, m is equal to -3/4, and we have a b value, b is equal to -12. That's enough to put it into slope-intercept form. So our answer is going to be y equals -3/4 x minus 12. So the 12 minus 12 goes in the y-intercept spot. And that's that. So that's one method using slope-intercept form. For this next problem, we're going to use a different method. So we have a line passing through the point 9, -8, and we have a slope of -2. I'm going to start using what's known as point slope form. So this is our second method. Point slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Now this looks a little bit weird, but it's going to be okay. The point x1, y1 is the same as the point xy from before. But so instead of saying just regular x, we're going to call this guy x1, we're going to call him y1. Our slope is going to be -2. So we have m is equal to -2, x1 is equal to 9, and y1 is equal to -8. We are going to plug all of these values into our point slope form and then solve for y. So you'll leave regular y alone. So this y, oops, thought I had a pointer on. This y here stays the way he is. We're only plugging in for y1, m, and x1. So we have y minus -8 is equal to, m is -2, and then leave x alone, minus x1 is 9. We will now simplify and solve for y. If you subtract a -8, that's the same as +8. I'm going to also distribute over here. So we have negative 2x plus 18. The last step to getting y alone will be subtracting 8 on both sides. So now we have y equals negative 2x plus 10. And that's our answer. We don't have to plug anything back in. It's already done. You just solve for y and that's it. So for the last problem, why don't we try both methods and you can kind of see the compare and contrast of them. So we have a line, it goes through the point negative 1, negative 7, it has a slope of 9. If we do the y equals mx plus b form, which is slope-intercept, we know the slope is 9, so m is 9, and then the point we were given is negative 1, negative 7. That means x is negative 1, y is negative 7. Plugging those values into y equals mx plus b, we're going to get negative 7 equals 9, which is m, x is negative 1, plus b. Negative 7 equals negative 9 plus b. To solve for b, we're adding 9 to both sides. Negative 7 plus 9 is 2, so b is equal to 2. We now have b and we have m, which is enough to write our equation of our line. So y is equal to, plug in the slope, which is 9x, and then the y-intercept is positive 2. So that is the equation of the line. We should get the same thing when we try our point-slope form, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Once again, m is still 9, but instead of calling x negative 1, we're going to say that x1 is negative 1 and y1 is negative 7. So plugging in those values, we have y minus y1, which is negative 7, is equal to 9x minus x1, which is negative 1. I'm going to clean this up a little bit. Subtracting a negative is the same as just adding, so y plus 7 equals 9 times, and then same thing here, x plus 1. Distribute. Y plus 7 equals 9x plus 9. Subtracting 7 to get the y by itself. Y equals 9x plus 2. So we got the same answer using that method. So either way, whichever one works best for you, you use what works best for you, and you're going to do great. You're doing great right now. All right, have a great day. I'll see you in another video.